Charge Blade is definitely, it's been in a really weird spot with Rise. And I don't know if Sunbreak is going to change that much, to be honest with you. So we're going to look at this video and we're going to see. We'll judge it. We'll just play the video. Alright, that CB looks really cool, by the way, so... Okay, so Silk Bind attack ready stance. A Silk Bind maneuver that binds sword and axe together with iron silk. So it looks like another guard. Or a bit of a counter, actually. It's another counter. And then here's the skill swap. It's ready stance. Okay. So the firing pin looks really cool. It's basically delayed file damage, which is pretty cool. Now, this right here, the swap skill dodge having iframes is massive. That's some massive shit right there. But to be honest, this right here also looks interesting because it doesn't seem like... Alright, let's slow it down just a little bit. So, as far as aiming the Charge Blade goes... Oh, wait a minute. Before we even get to that part. So, ready stance seems interesting. It seems like a good way to get an absolute guard off. And then you can continue your combos. Basically. That's what it seems like. Which, honestly, could be a massive thing. It could be really good in hindsight. I know a lot of people think that this video is super underwhelming. And I think, at first, sure, it does seem kind of underwhelming for sure. But honestly, though, I think if you're pretty decent at Charge Blade, you can kind of see that some of these things could actually be very helpful to the toolkit for Charge Blade. So, I mean, it might work out pretty fine. I just hope the aiming... A big problem with Charge Blade in this game is, one, the file distance, height, and aiming your SAEDs and AEDs. It feels like ass. Like, it doesn't feel good. So, from the looks of this, it looks like aiming might be a little better this time around. Because the way he aimed that was absolutely perfect. But he was not standing in Goss's direction. And the head, he wasn't standing in Goss's head direction at first. He moved over. So that, I mean, that could be a good thing. It could be a good thing. But so far, sure, I can understand where it could be a bit underwhelming at. So yeah, ready stance. I like ready stance. I think this is pretty cool to have like a absolute guard where you're not taking any knockback, which I assume is the case. And you can just continue with your combos. Like, it's a good way to keep your momentum going with Charge Blade. That's what it seems like. Yeah, and this is good. This is good. And then I think having the skill swap dodge especially is going to be good for every weapon. because now we know it has iframes. So the file follow-up firing pin yeah, so it seems like you do your stab attack, but this time it leaves a I don't know if it's delayed or if you have to hit it after to get it to explode, but we can just call it, you know, a delayed file explosion basically. For a bit more of a strategic play. Now, if your party members can actually hit that point and still cause a knockout, that's really good for multiplayer hunts as well. But we don't know. At least I you know, we don't know yet. But this seems pretty good. It's pretty good to me. Absolutely, this is just beautiful. This is just beautiful. Like the fucking, you know how many style points you're gonna get? How many fucking style points you're gonna get for doing this shit? And that aim looks better. It looks better. All right, so my thoughts are simple. Pretty simple, man. If the aiming is somehow fixed, if it feels more like World, because I think aiming the Charge Blade in World was perfect. Like, I rarely had a problem. And I felt like if I aimed wrong, it was all my fault. I miscalculated. While in Rise, I feel like you hit the stick in one direction even once, and you're moving way too far to the left or right. Like, it just doesn't feel good. I don't know if it was done on purpose or not. Is file height going to be changed? Because I don't want to say fixed, but will it be changed? I don't know. I doubt it. I don't really think so. But I think if you were already unhappy with CB and base rise, it might still be the case in Sunbreak. I'll be dead ass honest with you. It might still be the case, but I don't know. I like what I see so far, and even in base rise, I still use CB because I think it's fun. You know, I like we shit on it all the time because I mean because it doesn't feel as good as it did in Iceborne, in base world even. But it's still fun to use. When it works, it works. When it doesn't, it feels like shit. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's all I have to say. I hope this shit gets better, but I won't be surprised if it's not that much of an improvement on the entire weapon itself. So yeah. So boom, that's it. But next time I definitely want to talk about a little discourse going on in the community when it comes to weapon counters in this game. Because a lot of people think that every weapon is now getting a counter in some way, and a lot of people don't like it for whatever reason. I have a lot of shit to say about that, so that might be my next video I work on. Also, I think they're saving Longsword for last, because Longsword's gonna be bonkers again, like, most likely. This game is Longsword the game. So, Longsword is the mascot, the weapon mascot of this fucking game. Hey, whatever. But hey, if you like what you see, consider subbing to the channel, liking, dislike if you dislike it, whatever. But I don't expect any real growth until Sunbreak actually comes out, so yeah, I guess that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.